Chartwork is a core part of a ship voyage. It is one of the most important things that a navigator needs to know. Chartwork includes planning, executing, and producing a record of a ship's voyage. There are a few basics that every junior chart worker should know, and we'll be covering that here. First of all, every chart needs a title. This title describes the area that is shown on the chart, and the title is placed in an area that least interferes with the information. For example, if most of your data is on the left and top of the chart, then your title would likely be placed on the bottom right. Next, let's talk about latitude and longitude. If you've seen a map of the Earth, then you're probably familiar with these two terms. They are used to describe a point or area on the chart so that we can easily find it. Latitude lines travel east-west, or horizontally, and they are used to measure how north or south you are. Longitude lines run perpendicular to the latitude lines. Thus, they travel north-south and are used to measure how east or west you are. A good way to remember whether the horizontal or vertical lines are latitude is by using a simple trick. Because latitude sounds like ladder, you can associate them to rungs on a ladder, which run left to right or east-west. Latitude and longitude are measured in degrees, minutes, and cables. We'll go into minutes and cables in a bit. The equator is latitude 0 degrees, while the North Pole is 90 degrees north and the South Pole is 90 degrees south. For longitude, the prime meridian is 0 degrees longitude, and meridians run from 0 degrees at the prime meridian to 180 degrees east or west. The distance between the meridians vary, and the lines of longitude converge at the poles. Now back to minutes and cables. Minutes and cables are basically smaller units of degrees. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, and 1 minute is equal to 10 cables. 1 degree of latitude is equal to 60 nautical miles. 1 nautical mile is a unit of length used to specify distance for air, marine, and space navigation. It is about 2,025 yards, or 1,852 meters. Because 1 degree is 60 nautical miles, 1 minute is thus 1 nautical mile. Because lines of latitude are constant, but lines of longitude vary in distance, we always measure our distance from the latitude scale on the side of the chart. If you know your coordinates for both latitude and longitude, then you can find the position of where they intersect. It's like trying to find treasure. X marks the spot. On the screen, we've shown the intersection of the latitude and longitude lines for Toronto. See if you can find the latitude and longitude coordinates online for Toronto. Then try and find the coordinates of various other cities or locations. You can use Google search to start, then transition into using an actual map or chart. Now we go into compass roses. The compass rose is also a crucial part of the chart. We use it to tell directions on a chart. Usually 1 or more will be found on a chart in a place that doesn't interfere with the data. In most cases, north will be up. If not, then the compass rose will specify which direction is north. A compass rose is called a rose because there are 32 points on the compass and there are 32 petals on a perfect rose. There are 2 circles on a compass rose. The outer circle indicates the cardinal directions of the true north. The true north is the geographical North Pole, located at the very north point of Earth. The inner circle indicates the cardinal directions of the magnetic north, which is the magnetic pole at which our compasses point to. The difference between the true north and the magnetic north on a compass rose is called variation. This is usually found in the center of the compass rose, and might say something like the value shown on the screen. The variation depends on your location, and the value changes every year. The yearly change would be indicated in the brackets, and should be accounted for when navigating. Finally, we will briefly discuss deviation. If you've ever held metals up close to a compass and saw it wobble weirdly, you've experienced deviation. The needle on a compass is attracted to the magnetic north. But there are plenty of metals on board of a ship. These metals can interfere and deflect the needle away from the magnetic north. This deflection or interference is called deviation. It is the measurable difference between a magnetic heading and the ship's compass reading on the same course. Deviation can vary for every point on the compass, and will also vary for every vessel. Every vessel will have a specialized deviation card that will specify its deviation value to be used when navigating. To recap, in this basic chart working video, we talked about chart titles, latitude and longitude, which are measured in degrees, minutes, and cables, compass roses, variation, and deviation. Hopefully you found this video informative. If you want to learn more about ships, you can navigate to our website at shipstoshores.ca. Thank you all for watching.